Y'all ready to get this motherfucking show started? I want y'all to make some noise for this first performer coming to the stage. They are a poet. They met me when they was a teenager and I was doing some other crazy motherfucking shit. They might tell you about it or they might not. Who the fuck knows? Make some noise for Amina, y'all.
For the record, I met Shannon when Shannon did part of her one-woman show while I was in college, and it was great. That's all I have to say. What's up, y'all? My name is Amina. I am a poet and performer originally from PG County, Maryland. I got one nigga in the room that will do that every time, always. Okay. Yes. So this prompt, right? Like, what makes you feel good? All my poems are sad, but they're all sad, and that's just how that is. But honestly, like, what makes me feel the best is just being on stage again after a very long time. So yeah, can I kick like a few poems for y'all? Like, woo? Yes. Okay, let's do it. All right. Okay. When I was born, my birth ended. When I was born, my birth ended. When I was born, my father may or may not have called to prayer. When I was born, they may or may not have prayed for my body. My body may or may not be a prayer for my name. My prayer may or may not be a name for their fear. My father's fear tracked dirt on my birth. My mother's fear birthed dirt on my body, so they gave it a name when my birth ended. Now they call to my name louder than prayer. They pray for my body for fear that it is dirty. I may or may not have been born. I may or may not have been born. I may or may not have been born wailing prayers. I may or may not have been born wailing my name. My name is dirty when it comes from my prayers. My name is a scab that sits wailing in my throat. My wailing throat has no name left. I was born yesterday. Yesterday, my birth ended. Everything after yesterday is a prayer that they may or may not call, a name they may or may not fear, a fear they may or may not pray, a body that may or may not scab. They fear only my body, never my name, so my name can track dirt wherever it prays. Yeah. You ever grow up and everybody's just like weird around you? That's what that was about. They'd be like, do this, do that. I'd be like, no. Just let me be. I got a prompt once that was like, talk about being Muslim in America. And I was like, cool, so let's talk about like racism, because that's a thing in the Muslim community, real heavy. And I was in Madison, Wisconsin, where I went to school, that place, and it's just white folks everywhere, and that's all I have to say about it. But I had this encounter where I was walking on a path, and this like old man was riding by on a bike, and he like gave me the look, but I wasn't sure if it was like, oh, this Muslim bitch look, or if it was like, oh, this black bitch look, and it was probably both, but like, in the moment, I don't really know. So I didn't know like what like look to give back. I was like, yeah, the Muslim bitch, yeah, okay. Here's the poem. Ash black facing east. A white man looks at me as if I should throw myself down onto the pavement already, or hang my towel head to dry. Whichever death barters skin and Sharia down to nothing. I remember that I was born in this nation's capital, in a hospital, now a condominium complex, a gentrified birth, all American. My first school was named Noor. There, I grew into an installation of light. At a school named after the edge of the earth, 4th grade games demand us to find the most hidden places in the atlas. I choose the Rock of Gibraltar. The kids give up. I win. They ask where in the world, and I keep the secret. Tariq ibn Ziyad for the first time offers me refuge atop the mountain that bears his name. An east-facing ash-black body, an installation of light. Here, in a city named after the river and the men who stole it, I befriend a girl God has prescribed as my sister. She stops her story to see if I know what a thobe is, and the womb between us becomes barren and dry. I want to tell her that my mother's Hausa borrows from her mother's Arabic, that this surrogacy bears down and pushes all the same. The women in my family are strong from tying children and husbands and each other on their backs, and stronger from the language and the dream they carried across the Atlantic, traded it all for English, a language learned enough times to know that there is no place on this earth that can make a bloodless promise. I remember my name in my mother's tongue, first of its kind. It means honest and truthful, from the masculine Amin, to feel safe from the feminine Amina. It means my mother's mother. It means the mother of the prophet, peace be upon him. It means a legacy in translation. A rusted pickup truck begets a call, go back home, and I call back to anywhere that will have me. Thank you. All right, I got 2 more pieces for y'all, if that's cool. Is that cool? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. My mom visited me last weekend, and it was great. It was a great time, but I was stressed because families are weird, and I'm in a place where I'm like learning to love people, and that feels good, but you know, life is still complex, and that's what poems are for, so here's that.
No, you good.
Sick. After Wallace Stevens' 13 Names for a Blackbird. 1. When you click donate, a cartoon dollar shrinks and disappears. In its afterglow, I search the FAQ for who I should thank for making you too shrink and disappear. 2. My body's sympathetic ache. Would it confuse for empathy? 3. This death is thorough. It cleans up after itself and takes out the trash 3 days before collection. 4. Humor's teeth, white and aligned, the guttural wheeze of the laugh. 5. In biology, honors biology, AP biology, biology 151, and biology 152, we thumb ripped textbook pages and pick the dirt from under our nails. We shift our weight from one splinter of the seat in Bascom 272 to the armrest commemorating David and Kelly's Penhart love and the fine the bursar overlooked and never charged. We learn in fragments and keywords and projector slide glow of the things that guilt us later. Nerve fibers, the central nervous system, myelin, T cells. 6. Are those the stairs creaking again, or is that your spine? Do you love the new couch as much as you say because you found matching pillows at Ross, or because it becomes a bed on most nights? 7. The only family secret that is not an heirloom, your body will not be passed, just passed. 8. The layer of fat that knew you were hungry and ate itself anyway. 9. In another part of the house, a room with less throw pillows and unsigned paintings hanging off kilter to hide melted fat under, we talk shit about Baba and smirk wickedly. 10. The lonely body, the wind whistle. 11. This is sadness, but this is also guilt. I hurt for things of which I do not know the feeling. I hurt for people I do not know how to love. 11, 12, 12. I suck cerebrospinal fluid from the spine of a woman whose name I've made certain you've only heard in passing. I have vowed not to kill you this way. We, the woman, a woman's daughter, and I, another woman's daughter, sit still and let the dregs of whatever has kept our mugs full warm us. We singe our throats and buzz in tandem with your call. I never know how to end a poem. I've seen a lot of people do it a lot of different ways. One time I saw someone like aggressively drink water while staring at like one human being in the audience. That works, right? But not for me. I just step back a little bit. That's cool. Okay, guess my sign.
Leo.
Gemini.
Oh. Yeah, I'm a Gemini. I'll just go. Look. You don't have to like me, but I'm gonna do this poem anyway. Cool. Yes, I am a Gemini, and we can talk about it. What a Gemini. What a fucking Gemini. I am all my sun sign, best of June. Fall summer, so fuck it, I'm a liar, I guess. I am many minds, but one body, an indecisive home. Back when my head was smaller, I microwaved orange juice to kill the cold. My head is still small, but big enough to know that that's not how pneumonia works, Mom. I got ashy feet like my father, and a silence like him too. That's not how genetics works, but I will scrape such ghosting from men who choose themselves invisible. I am invisible and really the worst person to watch movies with. I talk too much. I'm not heard, but you know what I said. Once, I said I have love for you and lied. Then, I decided I liked the touch of my wispy smoke breath on soft, unchewed cheeks and lied again. Who am I to deny myself the trek across town to a lover, across the country really? I am lazy. I am friends I leave in my wake, but never the place I leave behind. Really, I ran away. It's what we're good at, myselves the Gemini. When I was little, but bigger than my meager size now, I am a shrinking woman. My mother scolded me with the same calloused hand each time, always the left. The non-dominant hand is the stronger, and the right is for precision. I'm still little, smaller than I was before, small enough to get away with licking faces clean of every trace of me, but big enough to step worms into paste after the rain. I'm the type of person who kills worms and kills love. Love sits cross-legged at the door. Myself, the defiant children, the Gemini, the fucking Gemini, enter through the front. Thank you.
Y'all make some noise for Amina!